hopping on. Can everyone hear me? Good, good. All right. All right. Well, we're really happy that you could join us today. We got a really exciting announcement. So we just sent you out a release with our announcement of Jocelyn Gates as our new Senior Associate Athletics Director, and she is with us. Thank you, Jocelyn, for hopping on today. She comes to us from Boston College. So she was the Senior Associate Director of Athletics and the Senior Women's Administrator at Boston College, and obviously has some other really great experience at places like South Florida and Duke and the NCAA. So she was nice enough to join us here. She's going to spend about 20 minutes with us today, and as an introduction to you and a chance for you to ask her some questions. So obviously I see some hands raised already. We'll go through one at a time, get through as many as we can in one round, and then if we have some time for some follow-ups, we will do that. So Bill Rabinowitz from the Columbus Dispatch, why don't you lead us off?
Well, it's quite the honor. Welcome, Jocelyn.
Thank you.
I know you worked with Martin Drummond at Boston College. Can you talk about that relationship, what he has told you about Ohio State, and how much of an influence that was in you pursuing this?
Yes, absolutely. First, can I just say thank you so much for having me today. And I just have to thank Gene Smith and Janine Oman for this amazing opportunity. It's such a blessing to be here. Funny story I have to tell about how I met Martin Drummond, who's now the athletic director at UCLA. I was overseeing football and football scheduling at the University of South Florida. And of course, I called Martin at Ohio State to get a home and home between South Florida and Ohio State. So as soon as I called Martin, he said, no, absolutely not. I was like, why not? But at that moment, I decided, well, I'm going to reach out to him once a month and continue to ask for a game every month. I did that for 3 years. I never got a game scheduled, but it's okay because I built an amazing relationship with Martin. And then once he came to Boston College, he brought me in as his SWA at Boston College. So Martin has been an amazing mentor and an amazing friend. And he's just taught me so much about people in the business, caring for people, really being student athlete focused, being coach focused, and just providing the best experience for everyone. Obviously, he's spoken so highly of Ohio State and everyone there. And what I've learned the most about Ohio State from Martin is family, and how much of a family everyone is, how much everyone looks out for each other, and how important it is to provide the best student athlete experience. And then obviously, and I'm so sorry because everyone might be mad about this, we did steal Jeff Hafley and we did bring him to Boston College. And Martin did have me a part of that process. So last time I was in Columbus, it was to get Jeff Hafley to bring him to Boston College. So Martin did teach me how to steal a great coach and bring them to the institution that you're at. So I'm forever thankful and grateful for Martin.
All right. Thank you, Jocelyn.
All right, awesome. We'll go next to Nathan Baird from cleveland.com. Nathan, go ahead.
Hi, Jocelyn. I was actually reading that story about Martin this morning, the scheduling. I'm just curious, that time you spent at South Florida where you were in charge of administrating football, what did you learn about scheduling, and what do you think is the important things that you're going to bring to now that you're kind of on the opposite side of that? You're the one who's going to be fielding those calls, but then also kind of trying to get those other marquee matchups that Ohio State fans have come to expect.
Well, scheduling at University of South Florida and Ohio State will be very different, being that, one institution is a Power 5 and one institution is not a Power 5. So, being at South Florida, it taught me how to grind. It taught me how to ask and not be scared for the answer no, and to continue to go forward with it, but also making sure to provide the best experience for our student athletes, our coaches, and the fan. So I'm excited to get to Ohio State, work closely with Gene Smith on everything scheduling, work closely with Coach Day, and then find the best opportunities for our student athletes while also providing the best inventory for the fans. So I think that's really important. Something else I learned about football in general is just to be present, be there, listen, and don't be afraid to make the decisions that you need to make in collaboration. That's really important as well.
All righty, we'll go next to Dan Hope from 11 Warriors. Dan?
Hi, Jocelyn. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What made you want this position? What made you want to be a part of the Ohio State Athletic Department?
Well, first, the opportunity to work with Gene Smith and Janine Oman, two amazing people in the business, is an opportunity you can't pass up. I'm going to have great mentors to learn from, and then to be able to give back to others as well. And it's really important for me to be able to give back to those that are coming up in the business. So I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously the brand of the Ohio State. I mean, who doesn't want to work at an institution like this, who is about the academics, who is about the student athlete experience. And then tradition. I'm so excited to be a part of a program and an institution that has such a rich tradition of winning, of a great culture, and of providing an awesome experience. So when you get a call for a job like this, you don't turn it down, you run. And that's what I'm doing. I am running. I also have to add in, my husband, he is the head men's basketball coach at Cleveland State. And now we're going to be 2 hours from each other. So it's really awesome to be in the same state, have our family together, and just be able to grow and just be around each other more often.
All righty, next we'll go to Tim May from Letterman Row. Tim?
Thank you very much, Mike. Hi, Jocelyn. I was wondering, how are you and Dennis going to work that out? And then number two, I wanted to ask you the opportunity that Ohio State seems to be giving to females in particular in regards to the football program. And I think around the country, that's kind of a rising trend. Just what's sort of your view on that?
So I'll start with how Dennis and I will handle it. It's going to be so much easier now. We've been apart. You know, at the first, I was here in Boston. He's down at Florida State, so that's always a flight. And then Boston to Cleveland, that's always a flight. And we have 2 kids, and we actually have one on the way. So now to be able to just drive 2 hours to each other, we make it work. And then we support each other's careers so much that when you do that, it just makes life a whole lot easier. In terms of women overseeing football, I don't take that lightly. And the fact that Ohio State is hiring a woman from the outside to be able to do this position is a big deal. So I'm excited to be a part of that small group of women that will be overseeing football. But I think it's also important that as a Black woman, it is recognized that I'm also overseeing and working with Gene Smith on such a big program. And I think it's important for me as a female and as a Black female to show those coming after me that they can dream big, they can get opportunities like this, and they can work hard and excel. So I just can't wait to help give back to others who also desire to do something like this.
Thank you.
Alrighty, next we'll go to Joey Kaufman from the Columbus Dispatch. Joey.
Hi, Jocelyn. Congrats on today's news and your hire. With how long could you maybe kind of walk us through kind of the interviewing process and kind of your conversations with Gene Smith? How did you kind of go about selling yourself and kind of going after this job?
Well, I will say I did receive a call from Gene, and he did mention that this position was open and to go through the process. I worked very closely with Janine Oman, the SWA Senior Deputy Athletic Director, through the whole process. And then in terms of selling myself, I just had to be myself. I've had such great experiences within this business that I was able to translate that and then maybe show that I can come to Ohio State. And once I learn the culture, then I can also give something different, maybe give a different perspective. But I also was really fortunate. I would say I met with about 20 staff members, and I was able to get to know them. And then what I mentioned earlier, the first thing I noticed was family. And that's a value of mine. So I'm excited to be able to join a family and to be a part of such an amazing family of people. But the process, I mean, like I said, I met with about 20 people, spoke with Gene and Janine throughout the whole time. And it was a no-brainer for me. I was just in there like, please let me get the job offer. And then once I got the offer, it was immediate. And I can't wait to get there and get started.
All righty, let's go next to Tony Gerdeman from Buckeye Scoop.
Hi, Justin. Congrats on the job. You mentioned the brand of Ohio State. The brand of the players is also now going to become significant, the student athletes. So how much do you expect name, image, and likeness to change maybe your job, the athletic department as a whole going forward?
Obviously, NIL is one of the biggest things talked about right now. And there's still a lot for me to learn. I think NIL can be different at every institution. And what we do at Boston College will be very different than what is done at the Ohio State. And Gene Smith being one of the leaders as it relates to NIL, I'm excited to get in and to learn from him as he's been at the forefront since the beginning. I think there are different opportunities, but I still need to get to Ohio State, learn how everything operates, and then how best to provide those opportunities and educate the student athletes, the coaches, and the staff about it. But there's still a lot that I need to learn once I get there.
All righty, next up, Spencer Holbrook, Letterman Row.
Hi, Jocelyn. You've had a couple different jobs in a couple different institutions. When you consider taking a new job like you're about to now, how much does it weigh on you, and how important is it to make sure that you're going to be on the same page as Gene Smith and Ryan Day and the football staff and everybody involved as soon as you get there, so there's not like that time period where you have to kind of try to get on that same page?
If you are not on the same page with the people that you work with, it's hard to be successful. So that's extremely important. And that's, even though I'm not there yet, that's something that we're starting now. We're starting the process of really aligning. I'm learning the culture. I'm learning everything Ohio State and Ohio State football. So once I get there, I'm going to be listening. I'm going to be meeting people, and I'm really going to just jump right in and just be part of everything so that I can really understand it and be aligned. But alignment is the most important thing. Alignment, culture, trust, transparency.
All right. And if you guys have some follow-up questions, it looks like we will have some time. So go ahead and get those hands raised. We'll go back to Dan Hope from 11 Warriors. Dan.
Hey, Jocelyn, just wanted to ask you, have you had much opportunity yet to get to know Ryan Day, and just what are your first impressions of him?
I have not had the chance. We've texted a little bit back and forth, but we have not had the chance to meet. Obviously, with June 1st opening up, I'm giving coaches a little bit of space and a little bit of time to, hit the ground running. Obviously, he was at Boston College as well, so I know our values align very much. And again, we stole a wonderful coach from his staff. So obviously, I understand how he likes to run a program and how he likes his culture to be. So I'm super excited to get to know him, get to know his entire family, and just work closely with him on everything.
All righty. Next up, Nathan Baird, cleveland.com.
Hi, Jocelyn. Just to go back to the football scheduling topic. If you and Gene already had some discussions about strategy along those lines and what he wants you to accomplish as far as, I guess, keeping going this practice that they've had of getting at least one marquee game every year, or how they're putting together these schedules?
Yeah, so yes, we did speak briefly about it. And obviously throughout the whole time I'm there, I will be working closely with Gene on everything scheduling. What I did learn, to your point, is that one Power 5 every year is scheduled, one marquee game, and then they balance it out with 2 other FBS institutions. And then one of the biggest things is to make sure to provide the best inventory for the fans so that people are excited to come. We make the CFP and that we have a good time doing it. So we are still talking about it. I am starting to get some more information, getting some good emails about things. So looking forward to just learning a bit more when I get there.
All righty. Next up, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Hi, with your husband obviously being in Cleveland, you in Boston, how did that work, and what's the arrangement going to be here, if you know?
So before COVID, we would see each other probably every 2 to 3 weeks. When it's, basketball is 24/7. So in his off season, he would come here. And then, during his season, I would go there most often. Again, it would probably be every 2 to 3 weeks. Then COVID hit and made it a little bit harder. But now, the arrangement will be we can see each other, when we need to. Like I said, we have 2 kids. We have a 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, and then we have one that's going to be born any day now. So it's going to be a whole lot better to be around the same time. But we are fortunate. We have family. We have help. So we make it work. And I hope that others in the business can see that they can make it work as well when they have a partner that also works in the same career.
Well, congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
All righty. Next, we'll go to Tim May from Leonard Monroe. Tim.
Thanks, Mike. I'm glad I wasn't making noises. I had it on unmute there for a long time. Jocelyn, I was just wondering, what is the attractions, particularly of being associated with the football programs, that caught your eye from the get-go, it looks like, or at least pretty soon in your career? Is it because it's the creme de la creme of the college football or the college athletic programs, or how would you describe it?
Well, I've been fortunate that I get to work with all sports. So I just love working with young people and helping to progress their careers and progress their lives. Obviously, working with football is a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to know that staff, to help players just grow and hit their potential, but also to work very closely with an athletic director. And when you're working with football, you get to be hand in hand with an athletic director. So I've had the opportunity to be mentored by some of the best, to learn from some of the best, and then can translate that into every sport that I'm able to work with, every coach and every student athlete.
As you've pondered this name, image, and likeness situation that's coming, maybe in Ohio by July the 1st. But as you pondered, what is going to be you think the biggest challenge from the administrative part, toward the players?
Personally, and again, it's different everywhere. We're all still trying to wrap our hands around it. I personally think one of the biggest challenges will be education and making sure that our student athletes truly understand what this is and what this looks like, and how can we make sure that they're getting the best opportunity from it. So my main focus is trying to make sure that everyone is educated about it, all staff, coaches, and student athletes. And I think that might be one of the most difficult things.
Thank you.
All righty, we'll do two more. First one, we'll go to Spencer Holbrook, and then we'll wrap it up with Luann Stoia from ABC 6. So Spencer, go ahead.
Jocelyn, Dianna was a huge part of what the football program and the athletic department accomplished. Have you had a chance to talk to her at all? And if not, are you going to plan on reaching out to her, or how's that going to work out? And if so, how's that conversation?
Yes, thankfully, I met Dianna about 2 years ago. I came to Ohio State for a Lead One Institute, so I was able to meet her there. And then we have connected. So she is going to be somebody I reach out to often. I just want to be able to learn from her, and just so that it's an easy transition and that things don't get broken up. So yes, we have been in contact, and she will be somebody I stay in contact with as well.
All righty, and then Luann from ABC 6, you're on.
Hi, Luann Stoia. Welcome, Jocelyn, to Columbus.
Thank you so much.
Twofold question. First of all, I know a lot of people are going to say, she's having a baby, she's got all this to do. Can you ramp up in time to deal with the football program at a Big Ten university in that first game, September 2nd? And then a larger question is, the 10,000-mile view of women in sports administrations, what do you see as you sort of leading the way and leading that path forward for women, and in particularly Black women in sports?
Well, I think I can combine those questions. I think, and one of the main reasons I did want to explain that I am due any day now with a child is that I want women to know that you can be moms and you can be in this business, and we can do everything. We just have to find help sometimes. For the first game, it's an away game. My parents are coming in town. Luckily we've already found a place to live. My parents will come for the first 2 weeks, and then I'll find a nanny who will help me because I'll be so engrossed in the program. And that's what I did here at Boston College as well. And my husband's closer, so I can go drop the kids off when I need to, which is a whole lot easier. But I just want everyone, women, men, anybody, to understand that you can be a mom in this business, you can excel, and you can do well. Sometimes you just have to go hard, and you have to find a balance, and you have to find a way to integrate your family into your career. And that's something that I've been fortunate to work at places that value family. And I'm excited about that with Ohio State, because they value family. So I'll be able to get those things done. And then I do not take lightly that I am a woman in this business who has great opportunities, and a Black woman in this business. You do not see that often, to oversee football. And that is so important for me. And that's important for the student athletes to see as well, especially not just a career in athletics, but just a career in general. You can excel. There are faces like your own, and you have people that can support you, and you have people that will have your back. And my purpose in this world is to give back to others. And I cannot wait to give back to the student athletes and the staff and the coaches at Ohio State in the way that has been given to me. So I don't take it lightly. I'm so excited about it. And I'm just very thankful that you did ask that question.
And the thing that you're looking forward to most about coming to Ohio State, and the thing that scares you the most?
The thing I'm looking forward to the most is learning from Gene Smith. I mean, he's a GOAT. He's one of the best in the business. And to be able to come and learn from him, that is just something that is such a blessing. I'm just so excited. The thing that scares me the most, I'm overwhelmed with excitement, so it's hard to think about the things that scare me the most. But moving to a new city, and you have to find new doctors. You have to find all kinds of new things. So personal life is I'm just thinking about all the personal things that I have to figure out once I get there. But I'm kind of on top of it. I already found a daycare. We already found a place to live. I'm just on top of things.
That sounds great. Thanks.
Awesome. Jocelyn, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. And I think I speak for everyone when we say we're looking forward to getting to know you better, and looking forward to having you here. And we'll talk to you down the line. Appreciate it today.
Awesome. Thank you. I look forward to meeting everyone.
Thank you. Enjoy
Thanks, everyone.